Hello there, it's your friend Phil here, project management trainer and coach. I got a question in, which is a rather advanced question from one of our bosses, Jeff. He's already a PMP and he's a boss in government space and uses heavy earned value. So we banter about earned value every now and again, and I just realized I had an outstanding message to answer. So, Jeff, first of all, I apologize. I got submerged in email, but I want to answer this question. So, let's see EAC and ETC. So, Jeff is trying to determine the EAC and the ETC as the buyer. And this seller has been given a cost plus fixed fee contract for 5 years with 4 optional years. There are several contract line items, all cost plus fixed fee, and each cost line item number has its own BAC. So, Jeff seems to be tracking the CLINs, we call them, contract line item numbers, separately. Okay. So CLIN XYZ has a BAC of this CLIN. Okay, I don't want to disclose all the details. So one CLIN has a back of a particular amount, another CLIN has a back of another amount, and so on and so forth. So I determine earned value by multiplying back by percent complete for each CLIN. That is correct, Jeff. That is pretty much what you need to do. Except you want to get all fancy, when it comes to claiming the earned value. You could use any of those 5 earned value rules. Like, apart from percent complete, you could use other rules, but I think percent complete is pretty straightforward. So you said actual cost is given along with the planned value. Okay. Now you can calculate CV, SPI, CPI, SV. Good. But how do I come up with EAC and ETC when both How do I come up with EAC and ETC when both formulas require a component of each other? For example, EAC equals AC plus ETC, and ETC equals EAC minus AC. I understand exactly what you mean, Jeff. This is hilarious. I can't do one without the other. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Oh dear. Look, it's for us earned value geeks and nerds out there. We understand what he's saying. Some PMP students probably would understand what Jeff is saying here. But Jeff, the summary is if you have got your budget at completion, your BAC, your cost performance index obviously can be calculated because you've got your actual cost and you've got your earned value. So to do this, I would say estimate at completion based on the current cost performance. You got to go with the current cost performance, okay? So if you go with the current cost performance, the current CPI, then you can plug in the CPI into the formula EAC equals BAC divided by CPI. You know that formula? That formula is used for EAC based on a current cost performance. So if you plug that one in, you should have much trouble in finding an EAC based on the current cumulative CPI, which I think is fair to use. Now, that would just be for one CLIN, Jeff. We need to go a step further and, to be honest, just add up all of the information you've got, okay? Add up all the information you've got for the EVs and the ACs find the cumulative CPI, and then find the, obviously you got the cumulative plan value or the back for each line item, add up all the backs for each of those line items, and then just divide that by your current cumulative CPI. And you should have an EAC that you can work with, but we may need to discuss a little bit further what exactly the assumption is based on. So let me give you one more, Jeff. In addition to what I'm seeing here, there is also an EAC based on the work being performed at the budgeted rate, okay? So I think I should probably bring these up, Jeff. And I know this particular dialogue, a lot of folks might be lost, not really knowing what on earth we're going on about. But for those who do know, we're just talking about the estimate at completion. So Jeff, another EAC, and it suddenly occurred to me I should probably bring out my whiteboard where I can go into this stuff. So let me bring up my whiteboard here, and let's have a little discussion just to finalize those formulas for you. Okay, let's bring that up. All right. So Jeff, if you remember from the world of PMP exam prep, you've got a formula that you can use that goes something like this. The formula is, it goes EAC EAC is equal to AC plus BAC minus EV. And remember, we use this for work being performed at the budgeted rate. Okay, Jeff, so this one right here that I'm showing you, you could use this if the work is going to be performed at the budgeted rate. That's the remaining work. So in other words, your ETC is really this. This right here is going to serve more as your ETC. See what I'm saying? So that is a formula you can use, Jeff. The other formula I mentioned in the beginning was pretty much a similar formula, but broken down it becomes EAC equals BAC divided by CPI. So if you find the cumulative BACs, okay, and you find the cumulative CPI, you can use this to find EAC, but bear in mind it is EAC based on the current cumulative CPI, okay? And we can actually play with these if you want. You know, I don't want to inundate you with formulas, but these two formulas that we're looking at here, Jeff, these should be good ones for you to use on your project, depending on the state of the project. So we can have a quick conversation about the state of the project, and that will enable you at least have something you can use to get some numbers for your EAC, you know, for you to be able to predict the outcome of the project. Okay, so I hope that helps you. Let me know, shoot me a message, and thanks for sending this. By the way, those of you who don't know, I always speak about the project management lawyers. It's Jeff who gave me that term. The project management lawyers and preachers. Oh dear. Enough said. Thank you very much, Jeff, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.